Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Traylon Burks. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They face 2nd down and 7. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing on the first play is Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be about a yard short of the first, getting it up to the 36. They go zone read here on 3rd and short. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Indianapolis.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. and it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 94 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Amani Hooker there on the tackle. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Jones. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
To the right side here, pass is caught, and he looks to be a bit short of the line, and that is going to bring up 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
Here comes Jackson on the return. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That caught Tony Pollard. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. Here comes a return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Jones. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Again, it's Jones. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll go again here with Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
1st and 10 now from the 36. To throw is Jones. This one complete right side. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On the ground for the first time, this is Khalil Herbert, and he'll get this only to about the 10. Shotgun now for Jones. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Gay's kick is good. And the Colts are on the board. It's 7-3.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a...
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard. They timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
And is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On the give, it's Pollard. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Tennessee. On the return is Gould. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now, Jones. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. To throw, it's Jones. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. First and 10. Throwing, Jones. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Jones to throw. That one complete to Pierce. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Back to throw is Jones. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
The Colts about to kick this one away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Titans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Catch made there by Burks. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Back to the air once more on second down. He's got it. That's Burks. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll again get it to Ridley. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. The man in motion is Burks. They'll look to throw yet again. Complete. Ridley on the reception. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Running here, it's Pollard. And he'll get about 5. Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Titans go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this...
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now 4th down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll get this out wide. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
They'll go back to Pollard on 1st down, and he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
The man in motion is Burks. Back to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 3rd and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Jones. This one intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Penn State. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we'll run you through some of the highlights from earlier in this one. There's just the one touchdown pass. Doesn't look remarkable if you look at the stat sheet, but watching the game, you see when the throws needed to be made, he has made them. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Now, Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Jones now on 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now it's Taylor. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's clear, Mike, this defense is really locked in. They have a clear beat on what this run game plan is. Back-to-back stops for no gain brings up 3rd and long.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
Jones gonna hang on to it here. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Jones to throw on second down. He'll take off again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll drop to throw, completing this one to Downs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second and 6 coming up. From the gun, it's Jones. There's that man again, another catch.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal. Again, they'll throw with Jones. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment,
and it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see 2 back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd down. Pollard. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Jones keeping this one. The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play.
You could see the quarterback once he got the snap. He was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
It is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
The Colts about set to punt. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. Now the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Catch made there by Burks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. Here's 3rd and 2. To the right side they go, and here comes Pollard. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
The Titans sending out their punter, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
He's going to keep this again. The ball comes out. The Titans have got it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This one to win it in overtime. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This one he's gotta have. This kick is good. He got it. So, it's a win here for the Titans. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville.